What? Where am I?
에드나에 의해 감금당한 마티. 그리고 벽에 붙어있는 시민 플러스.
Citizen Plus.
또한 옆방에는 도망갔던 제니퍼 역시 붙잡혀 있었습니다.
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it. But I fear that nothing short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault?
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin.
Martin?
Dad, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Where are you?
Back in the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
I tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
What?
I may have it on tape. The combination is 2 left, 8 right, 18 left, 32 right.
All right.
Hey, your guitar! I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta. Got it.
You're all patched in, son. Jennifer.
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound strange.
I used to be strange, Martin, but thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment, I'm well on my way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
Citizen Plus? Oh no, Jen, not you too.
이미 시민 플러스를 맞춰버린 제니퍼. 마티는 그런 그녀에게 작별의 연주를 바치기로 하는데
What are you doing?
반응하는 그녀의 락스피릿.
What's going on here?
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is this. No one scrambles my brain, you hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
Jen?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, Jen!
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here. Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker,
What the?
Yeah,
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
Okay then. But first...
What was that for?
For saving me, dummy. Let's go, officer.
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Oh, bite me.
What?
Rock and roll.
I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's tannins.
제니퍼의 도움으로 변장을 마친 마티. 이곳의 직원에 따르면 비프가 진정제를 먹지 않고 날뛰고 있다고 합니다. 이걸 들은 마티는 작전을 하나 생각해내죠.
The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
시비를 거니 보란듯이 면전의 약을 뱉어버리는 비프.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What?
Sorry, it was just a shadow.
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
직원을 재우는 데는 성공을 하는데
You, God!
Who, me?
I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
You! What are you doing?
Whoa! Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome!
To him, you slackers!
힐밸리 전역에 울린 경보. 그들을 향한 발빠른 수색이 시작되고
Harsh.
직업을 잘못 가진 듯한 아버지.
All right, Dad. No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great. Let's go fix the DeLorean.
드로리안을 고쳐야 했지만 마티가 타임머신 제작에 참여한다면 또다시 타임 패러독스가 발생할 수 있기 때문에 박사는 혼자서 드로리안을 수리하러 가기로 합니다.
Good luck, Your Honor.
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
Don't do this! You need help!
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust port, dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Mark, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's...
박사는 미래에서 드로리안을 고치고 현재로 돌아올 때 떠난 시간의 2초 뒤로 도착을 설정했지만 웬일인지 2분 정도의 오차가 생겼습니다. 하지만 그는 사소한 오차일 거라며 대수롭지 않게 넘겨버리죠.
Our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Fine! Leave! I'll ruin you, Emmett! I run this town!
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
박사와 마티는 이 모든 사건의 근원인 1931년으로 에드나와 에미트의 사랑을 막기 위해 여행을 떠납니다.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Cool.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation.
That's what we're here for. We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc. You need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Michael, you do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car?
뭔가 이상했습니다. 그는 하던 연구를 때려치우고 에드나의 제안에 따라 정신감정기라는 발명품을 완성했다고 합니다. 마치 두 사람이 알고 지낸 지 오래되기라도 한 듯 말이죠.
Damn it, I'm a little confused here. What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Corleone.
October 12th. Doc?
둘은 에드나와 에미트가 처음 만났던 날로 시간을 맞춰놨지만 저번 2분의 오차는 더욱 커져서 두 달의 차이가 되어버렸습니다. 박사는 시간 회로의 문제로 인해 앞으로 드로리안을 사용할 때마다 그 격차는 더 벌어질 것이라 예측했죠. 즉 에드나와 에미트가 이미 서로에게 빠져버린 현 상황에서 둘의 사랑을 갈라놔야 한다는 뜻이었는데요.
If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple. I'll drive.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name. Mr. Corleone! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl. All my ambition's into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto.
이곳에서 다시 만난 트릭시 트로터. 행사 진행자로 참여한 그녀에게 마티는 다짜고짜 에미트랑 바람 피우는 척을 해달라고 부탁합니다.
I
wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of Kid's gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I
이곳에서 자꾸 우연히 마주치는 아는 얼굴들. 키드의 부하 당구알은 조직의 여죄를 밀고 하여 혼자 풀려났지만 탈세 장부를 경찰에 넘겨 조직을 망친 트릭시에게 굉장한 적개심을 가지고 있었죠. 화가 난 그는 갑자기 무언가를 보여주는데
This.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
좋은 계획이 떠오른 마티는 그에게서 트릭시의 누드 사진을 얻어냅니다.
I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Look, lady, She fits the costume, she's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie?
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's
다소
listening to
잔인한
reason.
방법이었지만 마틴은 에드나와 에미트의 사랑을 필사적으로 막아야만 했습니다.
Let's talk. I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed bitty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But we
up...
gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props. Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
It worked! Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A signal that it's done evaluating the time circuits. The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Slip out of those furs, shall we?
마틴은 엑스포에 출품된 근처의 모형들에서 트리시가 요구했던 다이아와 모피 같은 모형들을 훔치고 마지막으로 에미트의 앨범을 가지러 가려고 하는데
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Corleone. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut-tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
박사가 무슨 말을 했는지 에드나는 순순히 그를 따라 나서고 시간을 번 마틴은 무사히 에미트의 실험실에 도착합니다.
Emmett?
Okay, let's see now. What's next? Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
마틴은 책상 위에 변비 걸린 표정의 에미트의 사진을 발견하는데 그는 이게 본인의 엑스포에 걸릴 대표 사진이라고 합니다. 마틴은 이것을 구실로 에드나와 더 좋은 사진을 골라서 와주겠다고 말하고 손쉽게 그의 앨범을 얻어냅니다.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you. Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really. Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
Layabout? Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did. This suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
마티는 에드나를 실망시키기 위해 에미트의 예복을 더럽혀보지만 그는 이미 이럴 경우를 대비해 세척 용액을 만들어 두었죠. 특별한 용액이었지만 만들고 12시간 내에만 써야 한다는 단점이 있었는데 만약 시간이 경과한다면 의류를 갈갈이 찢어버리는 효소로 변한다고 합니다.
What the hell is that?
What?
자꾸 물건을 뿌리는 마티.
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula. What?
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No!
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome. The mind of a degenerate criminal.
사랑이 줄어들기는커녕 에드나에게 프로포즈까지 생각 중인 에미트. 그런 그에게 큰 위기를 느낀 마티. 그는 트릭시와의 작전 이외에 한 가지를 더 떠올립니다. 온갖 방법으로 에미트를 열받게 하는데
Ew. Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Okay, Emmett, get ready to meet the new you.
Hey!
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna'd kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map.
마티는 에미트를 망칠 세 가지의 계획을 준비한 채 엑스포로 돌아갑니다. 드디어 시작되는 첫 번째 작전.
Doc, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
I've got to run a short end, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Where did it go?
The lab!
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
마티가 드로리 안에 숨겨놨던 세정제는 박사와 함께 12시간 이상의 과거를 다녀오면서 의류를 갈갈이 찢을 수 있는 멋진 효소로 변화했습니다. 미친 듯이 빨아대는 둘.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Corleone, what can I do for you?
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
둘의 입술만 떨어뜨려 놓은 뒤 곧바로 엑스포로 돌아온 마티.
Marty!
Doc! Where's Edna?
She's inside, setting up her booth. It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean?
In the timeline you're from, how does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Oh, well, Edna ends up... She's doing great. She's got a full life, lots of friends, always busy.
She's got a fellow?
Sure, lots of them.
Lots of them? She's a tramp?
No, what I meant to say was... To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
과거를 바꾸려고 왔지만 자꾸 에드나가 눈에 걸리는 박사.
Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you. It was her influence that led you to take over Hill Valley and turn it into this nightmare state. I don't believe this!
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way, one where everybody wins. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes?
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
결국 의견이 갈린 채 브라운 박사는 자리를 떠나버리죠.
Hi, Trix.
You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album? Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock.
Are these furs good enough?
Everything except for your friend.
Great.
마침내 도착한 오늘의 주인공. 마티도 마냥 기쁘지는 않았지만 힐밸리를 생각한다면 어쩔 수가 없었습니다.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Again.
Emmett Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't. I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch!
too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
Don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card. I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah, maybe too great.
계획은 성공적이었지만 상처받은 에미트는 떠나버리고 마티는 하루 종일 그를 찾으러 다니는데
Go away. Story is over.
Listen to me, Emmett. Do exactly as I say. Don't do anything.
Why not? Listening to you has worked out so well for me thus far.
나쁜 결심을 한 듯한 에미트.
Stop! Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do you...
This is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I loathe you, Michael Corleone. Or is that even your real name?
Marty. My name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
Edna was no good for you. She was leading you down the wrong path.
I see. You had my best interests at heart.
Yeah.
How is it that I could create a
화가 나서 말을 삐딱하게 하는 에미트. 마티는 그냥 대놓고 시비를 걸기로 하죠.
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me? Exactly. Static electricity. Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8.
Let's get out of here before anything... Gotcha!
Let's get out of here!
Your pants! They're stuck!
Do something before we're crushed! What are you doing?
Trust me! Hold on!
What did you say your name was again?
Marty!
Marty? Thanks!
Don't mention it.
마티의 도발로 정신을 차리고 심지어 새로운 아이디어까지 얻은 에미트. 우선 둘은 들어가서 잠을 잔 뒤 내일 엑스포에서 에미트가 그만뒀던 공중부양 자동차를 보완하여 선보이기로 합니다. 한편 어딘가로 힘없이 걸어가는 에드나, 그리고 그 뒤를 쫓는 브라운 박사.
Need a lift?
Mr. Sagan, got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm I'm sure we'll all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
Nonsense. I can state with nearly 100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett. And his friends. Tell me, how much do you know about Michael Corio?